Hello everybody, welcome. Today we're in a fun event called Paper Pals over in the Facebook group Junk Journaling Jamboree. So we have got a whole wonderful lineup today, and in case you are not familiar with our Paper Pals event, we have a great time, and everybody does we have a secret ingredient that we use, so to speak. So everybody uses the one element that we have, and so much more. And then everybody guesses throughout the day what they think the secret element is. And then our last presenter, who today is Dina, she'll let you know what the secret element is, and then you can see if you were right or not. So we have got a fun thing today, and I am going to be using I'm going to be working in a journal that I've been working on. Hello, Cynthia and Rhonda, Cheryl, two Cheryls, Jimmy Lou, Linda, Donna, Karen, Carol, Roberta. Hey, you guys, thanks for popping in here. Let me just get my my other comments up. I have one place that I can see them okay, but the other place does much better, and I can really make sure that I am seeing everything that I should be, because like I always say, what fun would it be if we couldn't see our comments, right? So there we go. Alrighty. Let's go ahead. I'm going to turn you down to the desktop, and we are going to get started. Hi, Lisa, Deborah, Nicole, Becky, Sue, Debbie. Hey, you guys, and thanks for all of you who have sprinkled me out some. I still appreciate that. Okay, so let me turn us down here, and there we go. We are going to first start off. Okay, I promised you that I was going to make a little one-sheet mini album, right? Okay, like I'm going to call it a journal, and then we're going to put it in another journal. Now, the best way to do this, because I'm putting it in another journal, and I'm actually going to put another little cover on it. So if you want to make this out of cardstock, like a lightweight cardstock, you can certainly do that. And then you can just add, other goodies onto it and make your little pages. Kimberlyn, thank you. I appreciate that. How are you, Carrie? There's Dina, Roberta, Patty, Diane. Oh my gosh, you guys, we have got bunches of people popping on. Thank you so much. So what we're going to do is, let me just show you right off. We're going to take this single piece of paper. This is going to be kind of the bones of our little journal, okay? So we're going to cut in one direction and only part way, and then down here we're going to cut from the edge to part way in here. And so I'm going to cut it at, let's see, let me think about this, at 4 inches. We're going to cut it at 4 inches, and then we're going to go, oops, I'm caught up on something that's not flat. So we're going to measure 4 inches, and then we're going to cut down to, I need 3 inches. No. Oh my gosh, you guys. It's me and measuring and math. Wish me luck. Okay. So, no. Okay, I know these are going to be 3 inches a piece. Okay, so I need to go to 9 inches. Except I don't want that one. I'm going to do the top one first. I don't know why. It really doesn't matter. Okay, well, we can. I'm going to turn it this way. Nope, that's my same problem. Okay. Okay, play like you didn't see any of that. Okay, I don't want to confuse you. Let's do this. And we can just do it the opposite way. I don't know why I was thinking I needed to go that way. Okay, 4 inches. And then we're going to cut from the outer edge to 9 inches. Okay, 9 inches. You know what? I should have scored it first. Let's score it now. We're going to score it 3 inches. at every 3 inches, okay? Well, before I cut it anymore. That was ridiculous. And you guys, I've made these before. It's been a long time. I don't know what I was thinking. So score it at 3 inches and at 6 inches, because we're doing it every 3 inches. Our little pages are going to be 3 inches wide. Now I'm kind of thinking, and then 9. Now I am thinking some of these with this text might be upside down when we fold it up. But you know, I don't really care. I think it's going to be cute as can be. Okay, now this time I'm going to flip this around. Here we go. We're getting it. We're getting it. So again, we're going to do 4 inches this way, and this time we're going to cut, and we're going to cut it down to the 9 inches again. Okay. Phew! We got it. All right, so now I'm going to set this out of the way a second. We're still going to need it. But now what you do is you take one of these edges. Whoops. Take your edge. And then we're going to fold it at those score lines, and we're going to fold it back and forth like this. When you get to this one, fold it over itself. And then you're going to fold them. Just keep folding it, kind of this accordion fold, like this. When you get to this one, you're going to fold it over again. And you can tell which way you need to go, because if I fold it this way, I've completely closed it. So that makes no sense. So then we're just going to do it like this, back and forth. And now we've got our cute little journal book. Okay, now you could take these. There's so many things you can do with this idea, you guys. You really want to make sure, though, that these are closed where they folded in half like this. Those really have to be closed up, at least on that one side. So let's just go ahead and put, whoa, and I just pulled that whole thing completely off. I'm strong today. Super strong. Okay, hang on a second. Lindy, that was so cute. Your little envelope thing that you did. I know, isn't it fun to use little pieces of things that we might otherwise consider kind of, you know, trash, and use them like that? Okay, so this text thing, I have kind of hoarded this for years and years, you guys. Now I'm only going to put it on one side here in case I decide I want to leave it kind of, you know, wonky. Now this one, since that's going to be like at the bottom, wait a second, let me make sure these are right. Yeah, I want at least some of them to be the right direction, right? So this one you could close at the bottom and make it just like a bottom 2 sides. You'd have to do 2 sides. And then you can use that kind of as like a little pocket. How cute is that? So some of them you can make to be little pockets. Oh, I should have done that over here too. Well, actually you can use this one and make a top one. Let's do that, because that would be cute to put like a tag in, right? I'm just going to put a little more glue down the side there and pinch that closed. I really should have, shoulda, woulda, coulda. Okay, let's use our bone folder and squeeze these down really good. Okay, now we've got that going. I only have 45 minutes, so I gotta pay attention. Now, you could put this in something and you could leave it, and then you've got this fun accordion thing, and then you can do stuff on both sides. If you want it to be like a little journal. Now, if you are going to use cardstock to make this, then you really don't need to make a cover for it, right? You can just kind of put some glue along the back. You can put ribbon and do a little binding like that. You guys, for some of you who love playing with paper, you know so many ways that you can make this turn into whatever you want to do with it. Now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to make a little cover for it, okay? Let's make a tiny little cover. So these pages are 3 by 4. So 3 this way. So that would be 6. And I'm going to add, and it's a little bit thick. So let's make it, let me think about that. If we do like a little 1/4 of an inch, that would be 6 1/4, and then another 1/4. So let's do 6 3/4 wide. So let's just cut this off. Oh my goodness, 6 3/4. And then we'll go from there. So 6 3/4, and then it's 4 inches tall. That's lengthways. 4 inches tall. Wait, oh my goodness. What did I just do? Okay, this is the length. Okay, yes. What? Man, I'm really struggling with those things today, right? Okay, so 4 inches tall, and I want a little bit more. Let's just make it, doesn't really need to be let's just make it 4 1/4. That'll give us like about 1/8 of an inch on the top and the bottom. So I'm going to cut that off, and then let's score. We were going to score it at 3 1/4. Look at me remembering what I was doing. Oh my goodness. Let's see. Sue said they just had a quick storm. Okay, so now I'm going to score it at 3 1/4. And I'm going to bump it over and score it at 3 1/2. Oh my goodness, I did lotion and left my ring off. And this is what happens when you wear rings forever and a day. You get your little chubby fingers, and then your ring became part of yourself. I did that not long ago too, and it scared me because I'm like, what happened to my ring? I was not very happy about that. So now we can put this in here, and you know what we could even do is just put some glue. I'm just going to make my whole little cover. I'm just going to put some glue on my little spine right here in the middle, and I'm just going to put that in there. Just like this. And I want to make sure though that I've got some of the top and the bottom showing on there for a little bit of a border. Let's just push it down in there. And did I get the front to open right? Yes. Okay, so let's clip that and let it sit there for a couple minutes, and then it'll be done. That part will be completely finished. So I just want to make sure it stays there. So this, I don't know. I'm looking in it over here, and I don't think some of it stuck, and that's okay. We'll deal with that in a minute. I am not worried about that part at all, you guys. All right, but let's do this. Let's give it something cute for the front. I took a picture of these, and then I dropped it into to Canva. Hi, Estella. And so I made it several different tones so I could decide which one I really wanted to go on this this cover. And this one is actually the one that I took without doing anything else, and I kind of think I actually like it best. So hang on one second. So I'm just going to cut that. Well, and then as you can see, look at this. I started getting some lines through here. And this one, it doesn't, I think there are some there, but it doesn't show as bad. So I thought, oh, well, that even makes it a better reason to use it like this. And you guys, I am going to, I've got more than this one little girl. I have several of these little cards. Gosh, I can't even remember what. They're not cabinet cards. They were the other little cards. Let's see. CDV, I think is what they call them. They were just little cards. They're mounted larger than this. I'd get it out and show you, but I have lotion in my hands and I don't want to get that lotion all over my little thing. So I'm just going to put it on there. Isn't that cute? Look at that. I think that's adorable. So if I put that there, it will still hold the other thing in place. And I'm just going to glue this on. You need to make one of these. I know, aren't these little books fun? I just love them. Now, you can, I'll tell you what, you can run a ribbon. One of the, easiest ways to make a closure. I'm going to do something else with this in a minute, so I'm not worried about a closure. But one of the things you can do is take like a little ribbon or twine or something, and you can just put a drop of glue right here and then just put it on. And then, you're good to go. Make it long enough that you can, reach it around and tie it. But I think this is cute. Look at her. Isn't that adorable? Oh my goodness, she's just so cute. Okay, let's see. That's pretty good. And the other thing you could do, and I could have done this. You can take a little bit of glue. You can do a bunch of papers together and make your own like little notepad. And just do a hint of glue and then just rub it across with your fingers. These are not even enough that would have worked really well, but it is what it is. I'm just gonna rub that through there. And I'm going to pinch it closed here to keep it together. And you also could just take this back one and glue it on here. I've actually never made one with a cover because I usually make them straight out of cardstock and then I don't have to worry about a cover, right? Okay, so we got that part done. Now we are going to, what else shall we do to this? Well, I wish that would stick real quick. Because I have things to do. We got things to look at and things to do. Hi, Jill. You purchased the case says she purchased a thermal cinch machine and it was just delivered. So she's going to check that out today. Cool. Okay. I tell you what, I might have to mess around with that later and get that glued back in there better. Okay. But I wanted to move on. Moving on. So now we've got all these fun little pages and we can make it a teeny tiny little journal. Well, I kind of like this one because it's got this. And I had this, it's kind of like I don't remember if it's a ledger paper or not. It truly is this color because it's really old and I have no idea where I found that. And I already cut these out and I made a little bit of a border. I made them a little bit shorter. I think I made them at, let me see, we'll just measure so I can tell you. So I made them 1/4 inch each way. So these are 2 3/4 by 3 3/4. So that gives me a tiny bit of border of whatever, I've got showing here. And I tell you, we really want to make sure that, oh my goodness, I don't know what we need to make sure of. Lots of stuff. Lots of stuff. Okay, so we can put this down here. Oh, I know what I was thinking. I want to make sure that I get something like this on the ones that are upside down. Like we've got these pages, like see these are upside down. So for sure these are great ones to, go ahead and put something in. So we've got this paper with these lines and numbers. It's all so fun. We can put this one. This is more lines. Look, it's even got a piece of that, the price tag that was still on it from wherever I got it. You know, and sometimes when you find things like this that they have left and they're willing to sell, they don't really think anybody wants it, and they hardly charge anything for it. Now, if you get somebody who's kind of savvy and they've run across some of us, they know that there are some of us who will pay, you know, a little bit more and see some value in it. Not everybody sees value in, you know, paper that's all yellowy and old. We do, right? We do. Need to make sure we're having fun. Of course we do. I love it. Thank you for filling in the blanks. You guys, I don't know how many times I've gotten done and I've started to tell you something and then later I'm like, did I even finish saying that? So I'm kind of bad about that. I'm a blabbermouth. What can I say? Not for telling people secrets. Not that kind of blabbermouth. Okay. Okay, so the rest of, so we've only got 4 sections that are upside down in here. That's all. So that's kind of nice. That's not bad at all. Here's another one. It's got a little bit of, you know, room at the top. And you guys treat these just like if they were a larger journal. That's what's going to make them fun. Super duper cute. I'll show you what I mean in 1 second here. Here's some more numbers down the side of this one. I love it. Don't you love doing numbers? Tell me if you have a number that is special to you that you like to add, or several of them. Maybe it's several numbers. What are your special numbers, you guys? Maybe it's a birthday that you use. Maybe it's the anniversary of something. Maybe it's how many people are in your family. It can be all kinds of things. Okay. Now I'm going to take this and I'm going to cut off a corner. Just going to cut it off. It can't be any... I'm not going to really worry about... Let's see. I'm just going to guess. So now I've got a cute little thing like this, and we can put it in here. We can put it right here and make a tiny little pocket. So see, that's what I'm talking about, just using them like as if you were making making a little journal. So we've got a tiny little diagonal pocket. We'll put that here. And then maybe somewhere more in the front. Let's do one that is, what else did I have? I had some other stuff sitting here. And I didn't even think about this until I was getting ready. And I'm like, oh, that would be fun. Is this big enough? Yes, it's perfect. I'm just going to trim some of this off. And we'll use this and make a little belly band. I'm not really measuring. I'm just cutting some off here. And you could, you know, ink these. I just wasn't sure I would have time to do. Actually, let's try to ink this one a tiny bit. Some of them, if there's not enough contrast, it really helps if you kind of give it a little bit of ink. Now I can go back, and I showed you guys before. I've showed you how to I've shown you how to go back in and use a piece of paper and kind of mask off the areas that you know, don't want ink on, and then still be able to do the edges of something if you forgot to ink it. And so that's always kind of fun. Okay. Just ink this at the top, or not ink it, put a little bit of glue here at the top and the bottom. So you guys, something like this that's small, this is a super way to use up some of your scraps, just like Lindy was saying with what she was making. She basically was doing some collage work. Super fun. And you guys, I I felt so ridiculous when I realized that we'd already started, because sometimes I have been the first one to start. And I'm like, shoot, we've already started, and I completely forgot. Now I thought it would be fun. You know, this is probably the middle. And, you know, sometimes you can add something fun in that you wouldn't normally think about using. And just use it for a little bit of, you know, decorative value. I'm going to use this thread. And I've decided to use black because I've got another thing that's got a little black on it. And, you know, the text on the pages is black. So, you know, you can just wind some around here. It just gives a little bit of interest, right? I'm going to push it together here, tighten it up a little bit. I don't normally do this kind of stuff. I don't know what made me think about doing that. Who knows, right? We never know. Just wind it around. And, I don't know, maybe I'll actually clip it up here and tie it. Just tie it at the top, because I'm going to do a little bit of a dangle right here too. I'm trying to do all kinds of stuff today. All the fun stuff, you guys. That is kind of coming out of place. That might be something that has to... Oh, let me see here. You guys, sometimes tying is a little bit tricky. Let me get it turned the right direction. Well, you know, a piece of regular thread is not that thick. So, okay. So you gotta just, oh my goodness. That didn't even go through. You loop it through and try and tie it. Okay, so I'm gonna try and tighten it down here. Man, sometimes this is like, oh my goodness. Okay, there. Well, there. No, that's not even tight enough. Shoot. Well, that's super annoying. What if I pull it back in? Oh, that is irritating. You know what? Oh, maybe I can do this. Maybe I can do an overhand knot and pull it tight. Oh, I bet that'll work. But I gotta pull it back down here. Oh my gosh, this is probably like watching paint dry, watching somebody try and tie a knot. Well, we'll see if it works, right? Now, if I would have used a needle to do some of that. Oh, look. Ta-da! I got it. I'm probably going to put a little bit of glue on here because it's just kind of, it's not really staying in place. Oh, I have a great idea. And yes, let's put a tiny bit of glue. I'm going to put it underneath here and just kind of roll the thread back over it. Or just over the whole thing. Doesn't really matter. I just want to stay there. There. That'll stay. Ta-da! I got it. Applause, please. I tied a knot. Oh my goodness. Okay, now then, this is what we're going to do. This is that little card and envelope journal that we've been working on. And so I thought it would be fun to put this in here. But we're not going to just, you know, put it on there. Now I'm going to leave this here because I've got something else to do to it in a minute. So we're going to make something to put it in. So, you know, why not a little envelope, right? Let's make a little envelope. Now, do you guys know how to make an envelope for something you don't have an envelope for? I'm going to show you. Thanks, Sue. The knot queen. Oh my gosh. Far from that, probably. Okay, so this is what we're going to do. We are going to measure, take your item and measure diagonally across. Okay, so this is about 5 1/4. I'm probably going to make it a tiny bit more, so I'm going to say 5 3/8. Okay, because it's a little bit thick. This method, if you do the basic method, it's good for basically a flat card. So because this is a little bit thicker, I'm going to add like 1/8 of an inch. And so, well, actually, I wonder if I should do more since I added 1/4 of an inch. I think we'll be fine. No, I'm going to add 1/4 of an inch because I know it's 1/4 of an inch thick. And that way, as I add other things inside the journal and it gets a little bulkier, I think it'll still fit. So if we consider 5 1/2 inches, we're going to add another inch. So it's 6 1/2. And now we just know we need a 6 1/2 inch square of paper. So your envelope starts from a square. So let's get that going. Okay, what has anybody, I haven't even noticed, what has anybody thought so far that the secret thing is? What did I already say? 6 1/2, right? Okay, so we're going to do 6 1/2 inches square. And I'm going to cut this part off down here and use this for the outside of my envelope. Even though we're not going to see all of it because I'm going to glue that onto my page, okay? Now, the easiest way to kind of make sure that it works for you is to take your item that you're going to put in here and put it diagonally, put your thing like this, and then place this in here, okay? So you've got plenty of room. And now then you want to kind of line it up and then take your take a ruler and hold it here to, I think it'll work better if I put this underneath. So we're going to kind of, oh, you know what? I can square this up on my grid mat. Oh, super. Bonus. That's a bonus. So kind of eyeball it and get it in what you think is the center of your square. That looks pretty good. Okay, then get your ruler out here because all we're going to use this for is to kind of give it a fold. So just give it kind of a gentle fold this way. Don't completely crease it. And then grab this part and pull it down. This way you're making, well, actually I think I was supposed to do sides. It doesn't really matter. Okay, so that's pretty good. And now I know that it's going to fit. And it slides right out. Now I can press it down and give it a good press. Okay, open it back up. Do the same thing with the sides. And then just make sure you kind of give those a good, and actually on this way we're just going to pull it, and then as we pull this around, you want to kind of make sure that your points are together, and then you'll know that it's fairly straight, right? And then we're just going to do that. I'm going to slide this back out. I'm going to crease it a little bit harder in a couple places so I know where it was. And now I'm going to just give it a good crease. Okay, now then, now you can see where these come together. We've got a little place that intersects right here where our fold lines are, right here and here. And we've got one of those on each corner. I'm going to cut those out. So to start with, I'm just going to snip them straight out like this. And you guys, sometimes you get something kind of an odd, size. And this makes it perfect to be able to make your own envelope that you know is going to fit. Maybe you make a card by hand or something and it's an odd size. And this will be a way that you can do it. Or you can make pretty envelopes like this. I will say the post office doesn't care too much for pretty envelopes if they're dark and they have trouble reading. Now what we're going to do is we're just going to go around here and round our corners off Now make it fit a little bit better. I'm just going to go and do all one on one side and turn, because I'm right-handed and it just makes it easier to do this way. And then I'll flip it over and I'll do the other side. Okay, so I'm just going to flip it, and now I'll do these corners. And we're just going to round them. It just makes it look a lot nicer. And like I said, it actually makes it, they don't like bump off of each other and kind of keep each other from closing or anything like that. Okay, so now you've got that. Like, and usually I put these like this. Let me see which one I want the top. That's fine. Well, doesn't matter. That's not, you're not even going to see that. What am I talking about? I can't even see it. So now then, you don't want to go clear to the top up here. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to hold my finger right there and kind of remember where that is, and just glue along this edge. Maybe. What in the world? Oh man. Okay. I'm just not going to put it all the way up. There we go. And just put this down here. Run it along both sides. Okay, and now when we put that up there, then we're good. Okay? So now, on this little envelope, oh, I thought this would be fun. You guys, I got this cute little, this fun little flower I found. I'm like, oh, that's a perfect little cream color. I've used some of these before. But how cute is that? You could make your own little fabric flower. Just cut a little strip of fabric. Take your needle and go in and out the side. At one edge, along your long edge, go, you know, in and out, in and out, in and out. And then just squeeze it up and roll it around and, you know, just secure it with your little, with your needle and thread. And that is a perfect way to make a sweet little fabric flower. Let me see if I can get some of this. Oh my word. Oh. I got plenty. Luckily, it didn't get on anything that I don't care happens. Okay, now I have got, I'm going to make kind of a cute little tassel to put on our tiny would get so discouraged. Oh, thanks, Cynthia. Now look, I've got one of these little bulb pins, and I have put together some tiny little dangly things, and I'm going to put them together. Oops, I'm going to put this one in the middle. Just kind of a hodgepodge of colors. I thought it'd be kind of cute in the book I've been working on. And look, I've got a faux, here's a faux tassel. It's a length of just some jute, and I just did an overhand knot, but left a little bit of loop on the end. See that? Maybe I am the knot queen today, who knows? And then I can just put that on there, except I think I want it more in the middle. And now look here, we can just poke that, since it's a pin and it's sharp, we can put this in here, right? What is somebody saying about an envelope? An envelope's an envelope. You mean, are you talking about like what I was talking about at the, for the post office? Is that what you're talking about? Or something else? Okay. That cardstock is, there we go, I got it. Oops, but I didn't get it looped or latched. There we go. So look, now we've got this little dangly thing. I need to cut my little threads now. You know, now that they're tied on there together better, I can take it and tie a knot that's going to be tight. Haha! Okay. All right. Now to put our little, let's find a spot. I think, okay, so I put some new papers down in here. That's new since last time. And I'm put this here, and our little booklet can go in here. Our little tiny journal. Gosh, I hope it's gonna fit with its, I almost should have done, you know what? Maybe I need to put it in this way. There we go. Oh, look at that. Then we can make our little thing dangle out the side. That's kind of fun. Or not. Not sure that's going to work the way I thought. There we go. Bend it over a little bit. And then we can close that. I don't know if that's going to work. Maybe the dangle just needs to stay on the, I don't know. I'm going to have to figure that out. That's not working like I thought. And you know, sometimes that happens. Sometimes that happens. But this is what I want to do here. I want to go ahead and glue this down right into my book. Man, you know what? I think before when I was using this, I opened the little nozzle up at a small, it's got one of these little nozzles that twists, and I think I had it open at a much smaller space. Oh my gosh, I've got that stuff coming out everywhere. I got it on my hand. Oh, you had a glue disaster. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Oh, you're thinking an envelope for the secret item. Well, that's interesting. You guys will have to wait and find out. All guesses are good guesses, right? Any guess is a good guess. Okay, now we'll put that on there. And now then I thought I would put a little bit of lace down here. Oh, I wish I'd have put that down lower. I can still move it. And I don't have any glue hanging out. So there we go. I'm going to put this down here along the bottom of my little envelope. And just kind of jazz it up some. How's that? And I could even put it up higher. That's cute. I like that. We'll just glue that down. Okay. I don't know if my other glue I use for... Now, I know if I was using Fabri-Tac, I know, you know, for sure it grabs and does fabric well. I don't know if that other one I've been using does. And I know this one will too. I'll just take it a minute to set up, but it's okay. That's all right. I don't know. What do you guys think about this thing? Now, I got it in there, but it's kind of... It doesn't really want to cooperate. I don't know. I might have to just stick it on the edge, but I think it's so cute on here. Well, there, that. But then it's in the way. Let's try again. And you know, now that I added that, my envelope could have even been a little bit thicker. It's not, it won't close really good like this though. Well, it was a fun idea, a fun plan. I think I'll take it off of there because it just isn't going to close. So that's not very fun. If it won't close, then I'm going to struggle getting it off of here. What about on the envelope? That's what I'm thinking. I'm thinking about doing that on the envelope. I think I'm going to have to take this all out. Okay. I lost them under here. Okay, I still got one. Just put it on there. You guys, I don't even remember who's up after me. Oh, I'm terrible. Well, if you're in the junk journaling group, I'm just going to put it right here. I can't get it latched. There we go. There, that's fun. And now we can still get this in here. There we go. I should put a little Velcro or something right here. So we still have our little dangly thing. Got something that's popped up I can't even see. There we go. So, phew, and my time is over just like that. Oh, Cynthia is up next. Okay, great. So Cynthia's page is Guided Creation Printable Designs. That's her Facebook page. And so there we have it, you guys. I hope you've had fun. I hope you'll make one of these tiny little journals and, you know, fill it up just like a tiny little journal, right? I love it. You guys take care. I will see you next time. Bye-bye.